We are back again. My name is Alan Roberts. How is everybody doing? Second live of the day. I hope all of you are going to join me for evening rants later on this evening. And I might do a Q&A about weight loss and stuff like that. I'm not sure. It depends on clients, work, that sort of thing, blah, 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 right? So snowing like crazy here. It's chilly down here in the South. It's not great. It's not great. It's really not. Fucking crazy. Anyway, Taylor, how are you doing? I appreciate you very much. Thank you. But first of all, I'm going to preface this with what I'm about to show you. I do classify as self-harm, right? And not only is it self-harm, it is the flaunting of self-harm, which to me is another big problem. Now, I don't understand how we've gotten here. I mean, I do because, they want you fat, sick, weak, and dependent upon pharma. And anybody that I will take debate about that from anybody, because very frankly, they want you fat, sick, and weak. The mainstream media talks about how men that are built like me is toxic, and how working out might mean you're a Nazi, and how any type of weight loss, it leads to eating disorders and all sorts of things like that. Not to mention, they flaunt how amazing it is to be fat, and they push incredibly unhealthy foods in the vast majority. And to me, this is kind of gross. Just truly kind of disgusting that our society does this. And one more time, this is one of the reasons why I voted the way I vote. Because I want to make America healthy again. I've been saying make America healthy again for years. It's not a catchphrase that I just caught on to since RFK started doing it. It is what I have been professing for years and years and years now. Mark and I even have t-shirts from it. So I just wish we could get to a stage where this wasn't seen as some sort of crazy statement. Like, why should we not want to be healthy as a people? Like, if you don't want everybody to be healthy, you're kind of a horrible, disgusting person, if you ask me. If you want to just be like, oh, let them do them. And if they want to be unhealthy, let them be unhealthy. Well, first of all, that's fucking tragic that you would even think that about other people. Secondly, I really think that you're not helping anybody by lying to them. And that's what it is. It's systemic population level lying. And I don't get it. Salt and Fog. No, they haven't. But the offer still stands. By the way, anybody that I've made multiple videos on, not one, but multiple videos on. If I've made multiple videos on you and you need help with your lifestyle, my wife and I are probably the two best weight loss coaches in America. And I know that I don't boast much, but I'm able to throw myself in there because my wife is amazing. My wife is the one that's figured out my eating disorder, which, by the way, I'm 4 days away from 4 years, no binges. 4 days away from 4 years, no binges. I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it. And she was the one that came up with the idea for these two things, NOMO and Alchemy. But by the way, running a month-long sale on Ambrosia Collective, where you can get 50% off of the health bundle. That is No Morbidity, Alchemy, Ember, and Hydroglyph. Use the code capital M, capital F, ING, capital C, capital O, and it will give you 50% off that whole thing. And you could also, if you just want to get Nomo and Alchemy, you can buy them and use that code MFingCOO, and it will again give you 15% off. So way less expensive without side effects from the GLP-1 make you shit yourself Gila Monster Venom. And I would put our results with it way ahead of anybody else, way ahead. Lucy, this is awesome. I just passed 200 days, no binge, carnivore diet. Boom. That's fucking awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. And somebody said April Lauren has disappeared again. I'm happy with that. I hope she's focused on her health and not on anything else. I've said for a long time that she really needs to not be on YouTube talking about her health and her weight loss. I believe it was a very negative thing for her. And I stated that from the very beginning, and I pretty much have been proven correct by it because, frankly, she just kept regaining. Like I went through a stretch there for like a year where I would predict what she was going to do next, and give her advice to avoid it. She wouldn't take my advice, literally, not that she wasn't watching. I can guarantee you she was watching. But she wouldn't take my advice, and then the thing I warned it would happen fucking happened. Like, remember when she wanted to make the push that one July about finally hitting 100 pounds. She's going to push a little harder. And I said, that's stupid. Keep what you're doing. Don't change what you're doing. Keep what you're doing, because what she was doing at the time was working. It was working extremely slow, but it was working. But she had a date that she wanted to get it by. That's dumb. That's stupid. She obviously has some sort of very serious food addiction, binge eating disorder, I'd imagine. And it's just, we're at the stage now where people like her shouldn't be flaunting their weight loss because, very frankly, I don't think she was helping her audience. She did get, from what I understand, she got the duodenal switch, which I'm sure she's still losing weight. Unless some very serious negative health thing happened, which I don't wish for her. So that being said, I'm happy she's not making videos right now. I got to be honest, and I'm happy because I'm happy for her and her audience, to tell you the truth. And that's just being real. Like, I don't have anything. Like, here's the thing: what's wild is there's very few of these people that I actually have something like against, right? Like her and Beatrice. I wish Beatrice Crusoe would reach out to me for help. I really do. I don't got anything against her. I think people get caught up in this whole PC bullshit. I'm amazing, fat acceptance, blah, 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 all that crap. And they get caught up in it. And then they get caught up in the views and everything like that. I hope Beatrice is doing well. I haven't watched a Beatrice Crusoe video in months, but I hope she's doing really, really well. Same thing with April Lauren. April Lauren is a fake positive person, and she's a liar. I mean, I've caught her lying multiple times, but I don't dislike her. I mean, she's lying about her diet and stuff like that. I would be pretty hypocritical because I used to fucking lie all the time. I used to fucking not either lie or I would lie by omission. Like I would admit half the time I fucking ate, So I get it because food addiction, binge eating disorder is very, very hard. One more time, I'm 4 days away from 4 years. So I'm happy that she's not online. Like Lizzo, I'd still help her. By the way, I'd still help Lizzo lose weight. I really would. But I think she's an objectively horrible person. Like Tess Holliday, I'd help her lose weight. Objectively horrible person. Like objectively horrible person, right? With almost no redeeming qualities at all whatsoever. But I don't want to see anything bad happen to her because she's addicted to food. I really don't. I don't want what is going to happen because there's not a chance in the world that she's not going to have some sort of physical issues about being 450 fucking pounds. Life is like, it's just reality, but we can no longer accept gluttony, but it's just getting worse. Now TikTok looks like it's going to disappear off your phone the 19th. So in another 6 days, so a week from yesterday, but we'll see if it stays. We'll see if it stays banned, but I wonder, this is also, where's fat acceptance going to go? Like, where's fat acceptance going to go? Oh, wait, D-Trans Diary. These are the things I need to hear while I work out. Just celebrated 100 pounds down from 348. Great fucking job. Everybody congratulate her. I hope I'm getting right her. You look like a her in your picture, and that's how I identify you. But great fucking job. Back to Tumblr? I don't think so. I don't think that fat acceptance can go back to Tumblr. I think they're too addicted to. I think they're too addicted to the massive amount of hits and stuff like that and views and the interaction with each other. I really do. I really do. If you use a VPN, you can still access TikTok. Yeah, but it's not going to be the same for most people. You watch. I mean, that's the workaround. It's not going to be the same. But if you really look at it now, thankfully, it's getting to the point now where basically, if you look at like this woman's video, if it's posted on Instagram, the comments section would be just fucking savage, right? And it's starting on TikTok. It's really, really starting on TikTok. already. Like the comment sections are getting a little bit more realistic. But let's check this out. So I'm not going to play the sound because the sound is like literally like sexy mood music, which is super fucking weird. Like super fucking weird. This woman, very, very visibly unhealthy. Notice the dark knuckles. There's a circle around her neck. She has hyperinsulinemia. If she's not diabetic, she's a very high pre-diabetic, if you ask me. And I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I am an expert. So, and that's the fucking truth. And by the way, if there's any doctors in there that disagree with me, you can come on and I'll fucking embarrass you professionally. So it would be awesome. I would love it. It would be very, 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 very fun for me. Because this is what I fucking do. You guys are drug dealers for the most part. But we're going to watch her build this. So right now, that is a square piece of thick ass crust pizza. Look at the neck. Look at the knuckles. Look at the knuckles. God, it's bad. Hang on a second. Yes, it is. Look at that. That is sour cream. First of all, I'm going to argue that sour cream does not go on a fucking burger or on a, oh, wait. Yeah, it's just, I got it from I went to their account. That's why. So thank you, bud. But yeah, so this I'm just going to say that sour cream never goes on a burger or on pizza. You gross fuck. Tomato on a burger, okay. Tomato on already on pizza. Some people like it. I don't know what the fuck that is. It looks like avocado and another slice of pizza. So look at this proud ass person about to fucking munch on this shit. Gross. By the way, this is self-harm. This is self-harm. How do you bite that? Well, it appears that some fat people can almost unhinge their motherfucking jaw. Leave sour cream alone. I will. And we're going to go back to that one. So watch her face. That is the face of addiction. And like disgusting addiction. It's just so gross. Addiction. It's addiction, right? And to me, this is why we can't get there. Somebody said 8,000 calories. You know, in reality, I don't know why my one sleeve's up like that. In reality, I would say it's probably somewhere around 1,000 calories. No, it's probably somewhere around 1,200 calories because it's a huge ass burger, 2 big pieces of pizza, and all the toppings. It's disgusting. This is self-harm. This is self-harm by an addict. And we should no longer accept it. The official salvo. Alan, the mental jewels are awesome. They have been real useful at my 2D2 sales job. I've been seeing results not every day, but usually on the days when I'm relaxed, when I'm in a relaxed state of mind, taking them. That's awesome to hear. Very, very nice. So I love mental jewels. I'm actually going to take some later because I have some thinking I need to do and some focusing on an article I'm writing. So that's awesome to hear. And thank you for the tip. I appreciate you. But we can't accept this anymore, right? Like we're watching a person that And I know people are like, you're not her doctor. You can't diagnose her. Well, if I can look at the physical markers about diabetes, I can tell you that she has prediabetes or diabetes. I don't understand why this is an argument. Just because I don't have an MD next to my name does not mean I can't read. And I mean, I'm sorry that most of you are so fucking stupid that you don't understand that shit. And I mean, not you guys in my chat, obviously. This is more for the people that want to come here and fucking bitch. Which, by the way, if you are here just because you hate me and you want to say something, please do speak up. You can join me live if you want to, because we can have a conversation about this all the time. Accepting this is like accepting heroin addicts. We don't accept heroin addicts. We don't accept their behaviors. We tell them to stop doing that shit. We don't accept alcoholics. We don't like, hey, show up to work drunk. I don't give a fuck. We don't do that. We accept this. And the reason why we accept this is because this leads to profits for big food and big pharma. And that's why the system is set up, because they want you fat, sick, weak, and dependent upon them. I've said it multiple times. It's one of the reasons why making America healthy again is very, very important to me. Why, I mean, I literally choked up when RFK announced the whole concept of it, especially because I've been saying the term make America healthy again for years now. And this is self-harm. It just keeps going, by the way. She's going to finish that whole fucking thing. She likes it like it's heroin. Don't get me wrong, I like food too, but we just can't accept this shit anymore. We cannot keep doing this to ourselves. It's just not healthy. And we should. And she's refrigerator size too. Yeah, she's as big. She's as wide as her refrigerator. She is. It's disgusting. This makes her ugly as a person and physically. It does. Flaunting your gluttony is gross. It's so disgusting. Any dude that's interested in this, it's not an attraction. It's a fetish. It's a death fetish. You know, like I keep getting people, the fingers aren't dirty. The fingers aren't dirty. If you're looking at the knuckles, that's the color of the knuckles. That's hyperinsulinemia. That's diabetes. And they still might be dirty. I shouldn't say they're not dirty. But if you're looking at the knuckles are not dirt. Excuse me. The knuckles are a medical condition. Excuse me. We can no longer accept planet-sized people. Exactly. It's a drain on society. First of all, you tell me that this doesn't drive up the price of food? The mass overconsumption? I mean, this is mental illness. She's like fucking thinking this is awesome. That's mental illness. You're hurting yourself and you think it's awesome. That is wild to me. That is like somebody cutting themselves and being like, oh, awesome. See what I did? It's fucked up. Fucked up. And I mean, we as a society need to like get to the point where like, this is gross. You're fucking gross for doing it. Like, too many people are broken, just fucking broken. We have so many young people because she's probably chronologically young. She's not going to live like another fucking 10, 15 years if she keeps this up, but she's chronologically young. And this is disgusting. Like, it's truly fucking vile, you know? And it makes her vile. People are like, oh, you're calling her gross. Yes, I am. 100%. 110%. I'm calling her gross. Absolutely. Because I think that self-harm like this is horrific. And I would feel for her if it was just the self-harm. It's the flaunting of it that makes her a gross person. Physically and intellectually and emotionally. She's gross. It's disgusting. I can't stand it. Foul. Just foul. Yeah, lick your fucking palm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. That's really fucking good. Just this is it. Right when I was cutting myself, the people around me were like immediate therapy and an inpatient. One of the biggest flexes in my life is that so many people around me were like, "Dude, you're unhealthy." When I was in my life, so many people around me were like, dude, you're unhealthy when I was 300. Good. It's even worse because it's monetized self-harm. Exactly. Very, very true. Ania? I hope I got that right. Ania Edwards. Miss Izzy, I'm at the point where nothing and no one can stop me from eating steak weekly. It's one of the only foods that makes me feel comfortable, full, satiated, and energy for effing hours every single time. I'm about to cook up a big fat fucking ribeye. And if, by the way, if you wanted to join the app or you wanted to just join coaching, if you are having trouble, you can see what I eat on a daily basis because we share it with our hunger management support group. And if you are a coaching client, we also have it so like you get to be in that group also. And it is daily communication, weekly video conferences. I coach people. My wife and I coach people from all around the world. If I'm not your cup of tea, if you just think like I'd rather be coached by a woman or I'd rather be coached by somebody that's not an asshole. My wife takes her own clients too. So you can have it just be Crystal, but normally we have a group chat that's private between myself, Crystal, and the client, and then we help adjust your lifestyle bit by bit by bit, focusing on healthy habits around sleep, satiation, satisfaction, stress relief, appropriate fitness level activities, mindful eating, those sorts of things. And we help you build healthy habits, and we explain the why to you. The why is important because then when you're completely done with coaching, you'll know how to do this for yourself and the reasons why. Tyler, thank you very much. Even when I was 300 pounds, I didn't eat like that. I'm about 60 pounds down post gastric sleeve, and I'm doing everything. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Good for you. I'm going to make steak and shrimp hibachi at home for dinner. Can't wait. That sounds delicious. I wanted to talk about this one right here. So if an insurance company can deny claims for people who participate in extreme sports, which does happen, it's wild. I see no reason why they shouldn't deny claims for people, for obese people who promote mukbangs. That is, Tisha, that is an amazing, amazing analogy, and thank you very much for it. I truly appreciate it. Very, very, very insightful. And I completely, 100% agree. So thank you very much for it. I started earlier because I wanted to make sure I got back to it. Let's see, Christy Marie. I have so much positive around the carnivore diet. Would love your opinion on how sustainable it is for women. I think it's sustainable for anybody. Now, don't get me wrong. I eat mostly carnivores, but like this weekend, we got gluten-free lasagna noodles. So I made a gluten-free meat lasagna. And then I made pizza with gluten-free pizza dough yesterday, or not yesterday, day before. And then now and then we had ribeye taco bowls, which was completely gluten-free and carb-free, just beside like no starchy carbs. And today I'm just gonna today my food will be probably about a pound, probably somewhere around a 20-ounce steak, grilled, and that's going to be the vast majority, if not totality, of my food. I would eat carnivore if I didn't think it might cause a binge. And the only reason why I think it might cause a binge for me is because if I feel restricted in any way, if I feel super restricted about something, I tend to ADHD mentally obsess about it, and then I can't get it off my head, and it might lead to a binge. And I am going to be 4 years no binge as of 4 days from now. And thanks to my wife for not only figuring out the hunger management method, because she's the best weight loss coach in the fucking country, but also she helped plan out No Morbidity and Alchemy, which I take daily. I actually just took a little bit ago. Boom. And she's the one that came up with the idea for those. But I think it's fairly sustainable. I do think that if you have something occasionally, I don't think you should be like, oh my God, I'm not carnivore. I think that eat mostly carnivore-ish if you like it. And then if there's an event or something like that and you want to try something, fine. But then be ready for the next day for you probably to not feel as good. And then it's important. If you eat carnivore for 6 days and on the 7th day you have something with sugar in it, you'll notice a physical difference. You probably won't feel that good the next day. You should mentally associate that not feeling well with the sugar, because then it helps you avoid the sugar in the future. I choose not to have sugary stuff most of the time. The only time I have anything sweet is when Crystal bakes me something for a special occasion or something. But and it's gluten-free and normally very low, very almost keto, But just try to be it as much as you possible. I love eating carnivore-ish. I absolutely love it. But I also love eating vegetables straight out of the garden and stuff like that. Proven antidepressants are ineffective for depression. However, exercise is very effective. Newsflash. Yeah, but they'll keep prescribing SSRIs because if we don't have SSRIs, we might not have any school shooters. I said it. I said it. I said it. If we don't, I mean, I said it. Not only that, but suicidal ideation. If we had people work out more and not take SSRIs, suicidal ideation would plummet. I said it. It's the science. It's the actual data. It's the actual science. I eat mostly carnivore because it keeps me fuller longer. Exactly. Am I gluten-free? Yes, I am gluten-free. I'm not celiac, but gluten does not function well with my stomach at all. I get seriously distended, painful. We're worried it's going to fuck up my pancreas, so I just don't eat it. Andrew Shear, have you heard of people rinsing fat off of their ground beef? Stupid. That's really, 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 really dumb. Really, really, really dumb. Yes, with carnivore, can add some small amounts of veggies. Yep. Hell yeah. And USA has so much better health options. In Canada, best I have to find available is outside is 85 lean. I don't really worry about the fat content of beef unless it's a flavor thing. Like the ribeyes I'm cooking up today are fatty, and I can't fucking wait. I can't wait. I'll eat every fucking bit of it. I cannot goddamn wait. So any questions anybody has, I would like to get to them. And again, one more time, here is where you can get our coaching, daily communication, weekly video conferences. And we take it super seriously. This is what we fucking do. Let's see here. My shrink just recommended that I should start yoga. So I did. Good shrink. Good shrink. Have you found organic European flour could be better on account of no glyphosate? It's not the it's still we get Caputo flour from Italy. She found that for me and had it shipped in, but we also get the gluten-free Caputo, but it's made with wheat flour. There's just no gluten in it. So it's good, even good for celiac. When I was a vegan, I ate oats every morning. Was also starving, feeling half hour later. That's because the oats turn into sugar very quickly in your system and cause a sugar spike and an insulin spike. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. My thoughts on fasting? Well, realistically, it depends on what you mean by fasting. If it's fasting for a week, I'm not a big fan of, because that's kind of unless it's for a religious purpose, then do you boo. But I don't think that actually builds healthy habits. I'm all for healthy habits. Now, to be real, I technically do what most people would consider intermittent fasting. I eat in somewhere around a 4 to 6 hour window almost every single day. That's because that's how I feel most full, satiated. I focus on hydration. In fact, I got to finish up this water bottle and I'm good. But I focus on hydration the first half of the day. And then I start eating. I'll eat here. It's 2 p.m. Eastern time. I'll probably start eating somewhere around 2:30 or 3 today. And then I'll have probably about 7:30. I'll probably have some sort of like maybe yogurt and berries or yogurt and protein powder. And that might be the end of the day. And then I'm done. So I love it because, one, I do believe that most people don't have the caloric expenditure to justify eating multiple times a day. Normally, every time a person eats, they go through some sort of glycemic response. Also, for just GI tract health, the fewer times you eat in a day, the healthier your GI system is, because you're giving it time in between feedings to rest and lower inflammation. So especially if you have something like IBS, Crohn's disease, things like that, eating once or twice a day in a smaller window is much more beneficial because it gives a longer time in between feeding periods for the inflammation in your GI tract to go down, because people don't realize this, but every time you ingest something, your GI tract stays constantly inflamed. Also, you need to give your pancreas a rest from spitting out all that fucking insulin all the goddamn time. Let's see. Do you think taking creatine with half an hour before after workout is best, or anytime? It's anytime. Anytime and stay consistent. Anytime. In fact, I need to take mine still today. Thank you for reminding me. Gluten-free mama, thank you for, just want to say thank you for all the advice, inspiration, make America healthy again. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I agree. SSRIs are overprescribed, but they have given me my life back. I went off for 6 months and was so anxious. I felt manic. No amount of exercise would make me normal. I'm not saying that they're not good for in certain cases, but SSRIs have shown to not help with depression because depression is not serotonin based. Just saying. That's the data. It helps me control calories. It works for me. That's awesome. I've been mixing my creatine with my homemade yogurt at night. Ooh, that sounds good. And are TCAs as bad as SRIs? I don't know that as much about TCRAs. How will Amberlyn Reed doing on Ozempic? Sorry for bringing her up. I don't give a fuck how she's doing. At this stage, Amberlyn Reed should just eat as much as she can. That way, she can be the warning story, the cautionary tale that she actually is. I mean, and I'm not wishing harm upon her, but she doesn't want help. So, Amber, eat all the pizza. That's the approach everybody should have with her now. Eat it all. Eat it all. Eat it all. You're harming yourself. You're happy about it. Eat it all. Get it over as quickly as possible. Like, that's the thing. People are like, oh, you hate fat people. You hate fat people. If I actually hated fat people, I'd say that to every fat person. You know what? You do you. Eat as much as you can. If I really hated fat people, go to Dairy Queen right now. Stop at McDonald's on the way there. Eat Dairy Queen. And on the way back, make sure that you pick up some sort of candy bars at the store and eat them all tonight. Make sure you eat an entire box of fucking cereal every morning and in the evening. You gotta bookend that shit. That way the pancreas knows that you love it, right? So that's what I would say to fat people if I hated them. I would tell them to eat all the shit all the fucking time. But instead, people are like, oh, you hate fat people by trying to save their lives? Are you fucking serious? All joking aside, I think Amberlyn Reed will do horrible on Ozempic. I think that as long as she is monetized for being a fat fucking stupid ass bitch, she is going to make money being a fat fuck stupid ass bitch. So frankly, if that's what she wants, that's what she wants. But I have nothing for her. I don't even like making videos about her. I don't even like talking about her. She's a disgusting sow. And I have nothing else to say. By the way, Amber, I'd still help you lose weight, but you'd have to go to Impatient Therapy first because that's how big of an addict you are. Took Ozempic for a week and quit. She's a cautionary tale, no inspiration. Exactly. Would you still help these people like Amberlyn and Boogie if they asked, or are there some people you've said no to? Well, I am helping Amberlyn Reed by telling her she needs inpatient therapy. That's always been my stance with her, is that she needed inpatient therapy. Because she finds a way. She finds a way to sabotage her progress every single time because she loves the food and the attention too much. And that's just reality. And Boogie has my phone number. That's all I got. I can't say anything more about that. So thank you. Anyway, guys, one more time, here is where you can get a hold of our coaching. If anybody signed up while I was on, I will get to you right here shortly right afterwards, but here's where you can get it. Boom. Here we go. All right. So anyway, I will talk to everybody as soon as I'm done, and we will go from there. Thank you much.